Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the AquaLung Fusion Bullet Aircore Drysuit. So this is a unique sort of dual layer membrane drysuit. You have an internal membrane suit, which is the air core part of it, that's going to keep you dry. And then you have an external shell, which is this fusion section, which just keeps it all together. Basically, that external membrane is quite big and baggy, so you have plenty of freedom of movement, so you have lots of movement in this dry suit. But to save that from being baggy and creating a lot of drag, they have this external fusion shell that holds it all together, but still gives you that flexibility to move around inside of the suit. So taking a closer look, up around the neck we have silicone neck seal. So very similar to latex, it's very thin, it's very flexible, but what makes this great is that you can change it very, very quickly. It only takes a couple minutes to change a torn neck seal instead of days to wait for the glue to go off. Over your shoulders, you have this reinforced Gator-Tech material, so it's a little bit more abrasion resistant to the traditional lining. So that's going to protect your shoulders from the usual wear and tear. As you can see, it has a C or U-shaped zipper across your chest. So this is a front entry dry suit, so you can get in and out of it all by yourself, very easy, and it still keeps that zipper away from your shoulder straps, so it's still very comfortable. You have a swiveling chest inflator, so no matter which size your inflator hose comes in, that will always point in that direction. Moving down the suit down to the arms, over your left-hand shoulder, you've got an auto shoulder dump. So set that exactly how sort of snug you want it to allow gas to escape, or you can bash it if you really need to. Moving down the arms, on the forearm and your elbows, you have more of that Gator-Tech reinforced material, and you also have a section of neoprene underneath that, which is removable. It's a little bit easier to show you on the legs, on the knees. So I'll show you that. It's very similar to the arm. But you can see we also have silicone cuff seals on each side and an oval ring system. So again, that means that if you rip a cuff, if you've got a spare, you can swap that out in minutes instead of waiting for glue to go off. It's very quick and easy to do even on the boat. It also means that you can fit certain dry glove systems onto this at a later date. So moving down the suit, you can see we have very few seams compared to a lot of dry suits. And because dry suits, if you tend to get a leak, it tends to be along some of the seams. So the fewer the seams, the less likely you are to get a leak develop in the suit. So built for sort of endurance, this suit. Originally designed for special forces, the bullet is made to be very flexible. You can repair it really quick and easily in the field. But yeah, the mobility is the main benefit of this suit. Down to your pockets, you have two thigh pockets, one on either side. You've got a nice grab handle on the top flap, a long wide section of Velcro to keep it closed, and inside you have a decent cavernous pocket on the inside. You also have zippers, so it can bellow out if you have larger items, or you can zip it up just to keep it nice and tidy. So on the inside you have an anchor point, so you can attach a lanyard or a bolt snap onto that to keep things safe and secure. But what you also have is this section. So this is a little bungee cord that then connects through into the suit and actually connects onto your braces. So if you have something heavy in your pockets, it'll stay up so against your thigh, and it's not going to sag down. Because the pocket's attached to the external fusion section, if you had something without this system in that pocket, it would start to pull down and drag down on that suit. But because it has this bungee system that you can tighten up when you're in the suit, it holds it exactly where you want on your leg. You can of course loosen it whenever you want, just by tugging on that little circle. So very clever design inside of that. Moving further down the suit to the knees, again you've got that same Gator material, much more abrasion resistant, and that's going to protect your knees as well as the internal membrane of the suit, so it keeps going for longer. So long zipper all the way down the outside of your leg makes getting in and out of the suit very quick and easy. And this shows the real versatility of the Fusion. We have this external shell, and then you have the internal dry suit underneath it. This is the Velcro section, or the neoprene section, that you have in front of the knees and in front of the your elbow. So this section of neoprene, you can remove that should you wish. This just gives you extra bit of padding just to protect your knees and that dry suit on the inside. And then it just Velcros down along that seam. Dry socks, big ankle, so it's very easy to get your foot in and out of the dry suit sock. And you have plenty of space for really sort of big chunky thermal socks, or just different sized feet for different sized divers. Just put a pair of rock boots over the top of that and you're ready to go. If I quickly turn the suit around, you see the back side of the suit. It mirrors the front very similar style, and again you've got that gaiter material along the seat just to protect it from the usual abrasion. So if I turn the suit around once more, I'll show you the inside. So this U-shaped zip starts over your left-hand shoulder. You have a protective zip over the top of the main dry zip, and then you have the brass zip underneath that. You'll also notice two smaller zips on the top and the bottom either side. I'll show you what they do in a second. So getting out of the suit or getting into the suit all by yourself is quick and easy. Compared to a lot of other brass zips, that's quite a soft and easy zip to get in and out of. Inside, you'll notice we have braces. So these are elasticated braces. They have a padding section on your back to make it much more comfortable, so your cylinder isn't pressing so much against your spine. And you also get a little pocket on the inside to keep your essentials to hand. Very useful when you're walking around a dive site. So as I said earlier, we've got these two little zips. As you see, there's a hole in the center. This is basically what's holding the external shell onto the internal membrane. So this membrane is the Aircore section. Aircore basically means that it's breathable. So even when you're fully zipped up in the suit, when you're walking around on the surface, you're not going to get all hot and sweaty because it's breathable. It's going to keep you dry whilst you're in the water, but it's also going to keep you dry and comfortable when you're out of the water. But that second zip is going to separate the two layers. It starts up over this side. If I undo that, you can see how this external shell starts to come away from that internal membrane. So if you ever damage this section, or if you develop a leak in your membrane, it's very easy to separate the two, and you can either replace this external shell for some undamaged one, or you can patch and repair the internal. It's a very flexible suit, so it's not the end of the world if you rip the external shell. You're still going to stay nice and dry, and it's going to sort of sacrifice itself to protect that internal. And as you can see, it's nice and baggy on the inside. You have lots of material to allow for gas flow to move around, but also to move around yourself. So shutdown drills are really quick and easy in this suit. You have lots of flexibility, especially in your arms, compared to other dry suits of a more traditional design. So this is the AquaLung Fusion Bullet Aircore Drysuit. A very practical dry suit. It keeps you sort of all contained, but you still have plenty of flexibility to move around whilst you're in it. If you missed our latest episode of Weird Wednesday, you can click on the link at the top to watch that. Thanks for watching, and safe diving.